Crazy. You just got to LA?
Hell yeah.
How long you here for?
Man, till like Saturday, 12 Friday, like 12 a.m. midnight.
You not staying for Rolling Loud?
Hell no.
You'll be out.
And I just had a meet and greet with Warner. You know, I just sound Warner.
Got it.
Yes, I had a meet and greet today. Just meet like little A&Rs and shit over there.
Got to check it out, see what's going on with everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Yeah, already though.
Definitely. I know you super busy, so we appreciate it big time. You know, this might be the craziest one. My man got the jacket on, the chain on. This might be the iciest interview yet.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Hell yeah. But no, I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it for real. Like I said, I know you're busy, so we appreciate it. We're going to definitely get into it. I know a lot of people have been requesting the YC interview. A lot of people have been really just wondering how you built it up to this point. So I'm definitely excited to get into it. The producer room, powered by producer culture. Everyone make sure they like, comment, subscribe, comment who you want to be next. You just might get it. My man YC in the building. What's going on?
It was good. It was good, Carl. It was good, man.
Yeah. No, we wanna it's definitely amazing how you built it up to this point, because now it's superstar YC mode. But I definitely want to take it back all the way to the beginning, because I know it had to be a point in time where even you were just like everybody now. Like, you know, where are you from? How did it kind of all start off for you, music wise, and then even producing wise?
So really, I'm from like a little small town out of Memphis called Fayette County. It's like 30 minutes out of there. But I'm from Moscow. A lot of people don't know about Moscow. So that's where all TURNMEUPYC YC is where YC got invented. So it's just like, man, I was in high school, man, just trying to see what I wanted to do in life. Because I knew, like, when we graduated, I knew shit, it was job opportunities out there, like working in a warehouse and shit, but I see something better in me to be like, man, fuck that, bro. We gotta be on top of the world type shit. So it was just like, man, it's either I'm gonna take the steak or the meal, dude. And so I just took the steak and just ran with it type shit. And it was like, man, for one moment, bro, it took me like, people don't realize it took me like 3 years to I want to get where I was at type shit. Cause it was like, man, I had to go through a lot of things before I got to where I was at. I had to go through a lot of struggles in my time. So it was just like, people don't like people say, damn, it came quick. But I'm like, bro, no the fuck it didn't. It didn't come shit quick. Cause it's like, I deal with like bills while trying to do what I was trying to do and shit. So it was like harder. It made it harder. So I had to grind 2 times harder than when I was grinding. But nah, I'm from Fayette County though, I'm from Moscow, 38057, born and raised.
I definitely couldn't agree with that more. Like, I feel like everybody kind of looks to the point that you're at now, and they basically saying like, all right, how do I go to sleep tonight and wake up and do that tomorrow? But they don't realize like it took some years of grinding, right? It took some years of grinding.
Yeah, it's like a repetitive like day thing, like wake up, eat, sleep, make beats, same thing over and over again. You really like putting cater to it, like you just catering your career, your gift, whatever you want to call it. It's really just like making it better every day, learning to do things better type shit.
Definitely. And it's amazing to see where it's gotten to the point now. Platinum plaques like there's no tomorrow. What about it's gotten to that point now, but how did you even first start doing music or producing, like in the very beginning? Like, when did you get that laptop with whatever software you started from? Like, how did it even first start to cross your mind as an idea to do it?
Man, so really, man, I started making beats since I'm taking it all the way back. I started playing the drums since I was 4, and I was playing piano since I was 13. That shit, since I knew like tempo and I knew how to do melodies and shit. And we just came together. My partner Real Red, we was one summer. It was like one summer before high school, before our senior year and shit. Red was going to a private school, and I was going to a public school. And so, man, one summer break before our senior year, like I said, Red was he had a computer, and so he was like, bro, this beat, man, this beat out, bro, called FL, man. Shit, FL. Everybody on it. So I'm just like, all right, bet, let's fuck with it. And so, man, the first time we got on it, it was like, hell no, bro. Niggas on this shit. This shit way crazy, bro. This shit is crazy. So, man, I gave up on it because I was like, my life's like my mind, like, my mind experience at that point in time was like, fuck that. Like, this shit, nah, fool. I am not gonna sit here and learn how to do this shit. And then like a couple months, like some months later, like June or something, Red came back cold as hell. I'm like, shit, this shit really, man, bro, you sit down and just work this shit, huh? And so, man, I just told myself, like, bro, if he can do it, I know I can do it type shit. And it's like, from then on, like, okay, I'm getting good at this shit now. I'm learning the patterns and shit. I'm learning this shit, how to really work this shit. And so after the times when the time nobody know me already, nobody know us, and that time we was just learning from each other, like how to really just work this FL shit. And so really, man, this is how this shit really came about. It was in the shed. I was still staying in Fayette County at that time. And shit, I had like a little shed behind my house. And we just made this shed into a studio, and we just in there every day. If Red wanted to pull up on me, I'll pull up, he'll pull up on me. And we just cook up, learn. I don't care if the beat garbage. We learning every day. We thought the beat was hard back then. We go back and listen to it, like, hell nah, boy. But at that time, like, damn, we really getting good at this shit. So it's crazy how this shit is. Now the whole world know.
Definitely. It's a couple things there that are just like the same exact thing happened to me, but I never switched it back around. Like summer 2016, I downloaded Cracked Out Logic. I was like, okay, let me see if I can figure this shit out. Bro, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even figure out how to get it on the thing to even listen to it. I was about to throw my
window. I ain't know how to quantize, boy. This shit was horrible, man.
I couldn't do anything, but it's salute to my man Real Red too. Definitely a legend. You guys have made some crazy shit together. Yeah, it's insane. That's too crazy. So you guys kind of working back and forth together to really like figure it out and start, honing down your skills to where you can actually do it, to then I'm sure you kind of start crafting your style from there. At what point does it go from like just you guys kind of making beats for fun to then you guys either in the studio with artists or you guys sending beats to artists who are actually getting on them? Like what were those beginning times of like the actual songs happening?
So really, man, on my side, at one point in time, me and Red, we had split up. We never stopped talking to each other. We had split up and went our own journeys. And so there was like a couple months and almost a year type shit. And at one point in time, working with Dee Mula. And so Dee Mula was up and coming. He was hottest thing down in Memphis at that moment. And so we had I had sent him a beat through his email because I had tagged him in the beat on YouTube. I mean not YouTube, Instagram. I asked people like who y'all hear on there. And folks were like, I heard this person, I heard that person. When I had tagged Dee Mula, I was like, I heard Dee Mula. And so he DM'd me, he was like, bro, I fuck with that beat, bro, type shit. And so I went to sleep, it was 12. a.m. in the morning, and I was like, phone just blew up for some reason. I was like, bro, you go check man Instagram. He just shouts me out, bro. I'm like, this moment was like big as fuck for me, cause like, damn, he really just freestyled on my beat. And so a couple months later, I was in the mood, and he called me. He was like, bro, I'm fucking with you, Jim, bro. I'm fucking with your beats, bro. You keep sending them, keep sending them. And so at that point in time, we didn't know each other. We still didn't know each other. So we just connected on Instagram until we got each other number. And we were talking, bro. I missed the whole movie. I missed the whole movie on the phone with Dee Mula. And so after that day, for we locked in. And the song, bro, the first song he ever did with me was called I forgot what it was called. Wrong Things, yeah, Wrong Things. Yeah. It was really when I started seeing like progress in the shit.
You spoke also to, at that point, he was the hottest thing in Memphis, to you kind of
Yeah,
being from and building around in Memphis. Everybody is so aware of like the Memphis style now, just with how much it's
crazy.
exploded in the last year, 2 years, 3 years. But speak to that a little bit. Somebody who's really been in it for the whole time, like what's kind of like your experience with the whole overall Memphis sound? Like, speak to the whole Memphis music wave, how it got to the point where it is now.
It took a lot of time, took a lot of hard work getting where that sound is there now. Like, yeah, like a lot of great producers before me that like really just made a foundation for the Memphis sound, like Juicy J, like a lot of legendary Take Keys. We got a lot of underground Memphis people that made Memphis where they at. Memphis like seeing where it's at. Like legends that really just built it. Like to be real with you, like when I was coming in, Take Keys, Memphis Track Boy, all of them had like a real deal of building the Memphis Sound Foundation, especially on producing. And so like it's been crazy. Like I ain't gonna lie, it's been crazy seeing how the Memphis music came together and made this like it's the hottest thing out right now. And it's crazy. Like seeing it put up from the ground up before I even started making beats, it was like, damn, this shit really gonna be something in a couple years from now. And now look, it's hot.
Is that yeah, it's it right now. Like
Nah,
no,
for real.
no ifs, ands, or buts. So you and Mula start going up together, start working. That's kind of the first artist that you lock in, first one to really start doing it on your beats, etc. Does it go at that point from that from you guys to then you start branching off and working to other artists, or do you kind of start being more in person and studio sessions and things like that?
And so really how I started working with other artists was the label Dee Mula I was signed to, English Entertainment. English Entertainment is the label I'm signed to right now. And so, man, what they did was, man, Mula, they seen me and Dee Mula working. We had like 4 tapes in, and so they seen me. Shout out to Head and Zebo. Zach Randolph and Head is like the CEOs of it. And so they wanted to sign me. And so I signed to them. Then like one day later, like a day, couple months went on. It was Sunday. It was on a Sunday. I don't know what month it was. It was like the summertime. It was like 2019 or something. And so, man, they had hit me, was like, hey, we want to fly you out to New York. I'm like, what's going on? I just said, hell yeah. Like, oh, it's my first trip. I've never been out the States or nothing. I've never been out the States of Tennessee, period. And so that day they called me and was like, want to fly you out to New York. I'm like, want to fly me out to New York? So, man, I went to New York, man, knocked in with Moneybagg Yo. And then this how a lot of things started going on, like me getting around with different artists and everything. So me and Bag, like that first time me and Bag locked in, like we ain't locked in. Cause shit, I was nervous. Like I was nervous. Fuck my first time just being around a big ass artist like that. Like this shit was crazy. But I knew I had to go complete the job. And so shit, man, after that day, we came back to Memphis. Man, he working on the Time Server album. I asked him, like, can I play you some beats? I could play some beats. Man, it's hard ass beats. And so after that day, got back to Memphis, bro. We locked in. And it's when a lot of things just started coming together after that day.
So I got two questions.
Yes, sir.
Endless. Shout out Head. Of course,
Yeah.
shout out my man Kadeem. There he
Yes,
is.
sir.
What you said Zach Randolph is the CEO of Endless, one of the main guys at Endless?
Yeah, him and him, they partnered, they made it together.
Zebo, Zach Randolph, that's crazy.
The basketball player, yeah.
Is he from Memphis? Because I know he had his long stint on
Nah. I think he's from Portland. Yeah, he's from Portland.
Yeah, bro. Knicks is my squad. I remember when he's on the Knicks, he just lefty shoot. But yeah, then, bro, they were a force back in the day.
Crazy.
Mike Conley, Tony Allen. They had OJ Mayo. They had Rudy
Graham, man.
They had Marc Gasol, and they had Zach Randolph. That was my 2K team for a minute there.
Crazy. It's crazy what they did. They really finna, in a couple of days, they're finna retire jersey in Memphis.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah.
Zach Randolph, man.
Nah, for real. Shout out to the OG, man.
Yeah. Bro, I was nice with them in 2K. Stupid. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that you end up going to New York to link up with them, and you end up working with Bag when you guys are actually both from the same place, but you guys work together for the first time outside of where you're from.
Yeah, no cap. Shit crazy.
Yeah, it's interesting how it all works out. But yeah, so at that point, what's that? Explain that process, because I think a lot of people are going through it, are about to go through it, or have gone through it. And I feel like people don't know if it's like, they might think it's lame or not cool that they were like nervous to play beats or whatever. But like, what was that first times like you and Bag where you're like, shit, I don't even know if I want to talk too much or lock in or this or that. But then when you finally just did it, like, what was it like when you just started playing some beats and just seeing what happened?
We were just vibing. My computer kept fucking up on me. I had like a $200 computer, and it kept fucking up on me. And so that was really what made me nervous. I'm like, bro, how keep shutting down on me and all this shit. So, but I just made everything happen, man. I'm a big believer in God. So if you want this situation to happen, He'll make it happen for you. So it's just like, man, just did what I had to do. I was nervous for 1 minute, then started talking to him for a minute. And I just was like, man, what type of vibes you looking for, man, all that. So I just playing, vibing, man, vibing for a couple days. So man, it's no biggie to be nervous or nothing, bro. But you also gotta remember, man, how you gotta come in there and get the job done. It's what they call you for. So it's like, it's just, man, it's a lot of people, like a lot of producers don't go through that moment. Cause you never been in that moment, so shit, you gonna get it out of you. You're gonna be straight.
Yeah, definitely gonna go through it. That's something that's just gonna happen. But to everybody out there was just in their first session, they didn't place anything, the artist is saying skip when you're playing the beats, whatever. So even YC was nervous at one point, but look at him now, man, killing it on top of it. So you're in New York. That's when the initial click up with Bag happens. You start playing, you guys lock in a little bit. Once you get back to Memphis, is it like, boom, you guys locked in right in Memphis, or do you keep building, doing your own thing for a minute, or what ends up happening?
Man, for a moment, I was doing my own thing for a minute, but it was like a couple of days. It wasn't no months or nothing. And then I had to go down there and meet Head for a minute and talk to him. And man, after that, he told me, go in the studio, bagging there. Go in the studio. So I came in there, I went intentionally. Like it's crazy. Like I went intentionally to work. You know what I'm saying? I was just going out there to speak. And so like I guess he was looking for beats. Like it's like every situation I've been in, niggas they looking for beats. And so it was like he was just playing beats, man, and I played some beats for him. He like pull up tomorrow. And then it was like a job. It was like a 9 to 5 at one point in time. It was fun though, my fun 9 to 5. Cause like I'm doing what I'm love. I'm be ready every day. So he told me to be there at 4 o'clock. I'm gonna be there at 3 o'clock. So that's how it was at the moment. It was fun, man. It was like pull up every like it started getting to the point. We there every day, 3 o'clock in the evening to 3 o'clock in the morning. We in there every day, bro. 3 to 3. And I was staying in Fayette County then, and it was like an hour drive. So I'm driving an hour after 3 o'clock in the morning, dedicated. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, you definitely got to shed some light on that too, because I know it's so many producers out there who are posting beats on YouTube or who have some placements because they've sent beats to so and so's engineer and just had the best beat that day and the artist hopped on it or whatever. But I think everybody does want to be the single main or one of the go-to guys for like such a big established artist, but they got to be ready for what comes with that, right? Like I'm sure you got to be ready 24/7. You said 3 to
24.
you
No
got,
cap 24/7.
yeah.
You never know when you get that phone call and be like, hey, I need you to studio right now. Pull up right now. So you just gotta be ready. Make sure everything together. But other than that, just be you. I tell people every day, be you, bro. You can't, don't if you can't, don't be nobody else, cause it ain't gonna get you nowhere.
Yeah, that's the best advice, I'm sure. And I'm sure at the same time, like that's the main priority, right? You could be in the middle of this or about that or this or that, but you get that call, you're probably out.
Out of there, gas to.
So you start building with Bag, you're all over the all the projects, every project, and it builds up to a point where it kind of spills over a little bit. What's kind of the process like when it comes time to like, all right, you guys lock it in and it's album mode, you and Bag? Is it different from project to project, or is it kind of always the same process or flow?
So like time served. That was my first one with him, and
Mhm.
it was like kind of different, cause it was like, I mean, it wasn't different, cause I was with him every day. I was in every city every day. I was in a different city every week, and so it was just like it makes a beat cook up till we find the right one. And so going on to the Gangsta Pain album and the Cold Red album with Black Youngster, the little collaborative. It was cool. It was not just some with the Black Youngster thing, but it was on the Gangsta Pain, it's the same routine in every day, missing birthdays, missing special holidays and stuff, just sacrifice for the love of the music, just love for music, period. And so we were just trying to get it done. So it was the same thing. It was fun and all love at the end of the day. Just love at the end of the day. So same routine, making beats, finding the right one, coming up with ideas, expressing your idea. Like I feel like producers be scared to speak up. If you don't like it, let them know. So like it was fun, but it was a tough momentum thing. It was a tough mental thing. But no, it was fun at the end of the day, no cap.
Yeah, I'm sure you had some great moments and some oh boy moments. I got to do this or that. Uh,
Nah, for sure.
for a lot of those studio sessions, you probably do both. I think I know that's the answer, but speak to the difference a little bit. Like you showing up with a lot of beats ready, I'm sure, but then how much of it is like cooking up on the spot? And like, I'm sure it's a
Bruh.
big difference.
Man, someday the artist probably be like, play me some like bag. Someday he probably be like, play me some beats. Or someday he probably be like, make me something. Make me something. Now I asked him, like, how you feeling today? Shit, we'll be on the same page. I'm feeling this way. Shit, okay, big. It gives you, but it's gonna knock something out. And it'll go like that. But it really like tit for tat. It depends on what type of day it is. It depends on what type of day it is. Cause I know when you wake up in the morning, you might not feel the same way you felt like yesterday. So we're going there with an open mind.
That's most definite. At what point you and Bag is boom boom?
Yeah, well there.
At what point does it start going and Bags just going up and up, and then it kind of like starts to spill over to other artists? And who are some of those like first other big artists that were tapping in right from the beginning?
I ain't gonna lie. When we working on these albums, I'm grateful for being there. Like working on it, like sometimes I complain, be like, dang, bro, we god damn, every day making beats, like 20, 10 beats a day. I was just building my catalog up for the artist. So it's like running into Pooh Shiesty, like that was in the middle of me working with Bag on his album. Like me and Lil Durk, like a lot of placements came of just working in the studio and just working in different cities. So it's just like the Pooh Shiesty situation. And I just went in there, congratulations, because he was just signed, he just got signed in 2017. And so I was just like, congratulations, gang, because we already knew each other in Memphis. And I knew him in Memphis. So it's like, yeah. But I ain't seen him in a minute since he had got signed. So I congratulated him. And at that moment, he was looking for beats. And I had, that point in time, I had just bought a MacBook. I just bought a new computer. And I ain't play no beats or nothing. I just had my headphones on. I was just gonna chill in there for a minute until the bag ready to work. And I was just making a beat. Like I was just making it. Then he heard it. He heard the head and through the headphones like, man, send me that. This shit hard. Yeah, sent to him. And a couple days later, a couple months later, like a month later, I had flew back to Memphis. Man, he said, I got a hit, fool. He said, man, this joint a joint. We heard his part. And then a couple days later, they let me hear the Durk part. So it was crazy. Like, damn. Like, okay, it's cool. And then when they dropped it, it was doing good. And then when everything went on in that situation with Vaughn, and it was just perfect. It was just perfect time, and I ain't gonna lie. Like, perfect time to drop it. Cause it was like, dang, we ain't heard no music from Lil Durk, or we ain't heard no music for Pooh Shiesty. So they just dropped it. So they dropped it. And it was like, damn, it all blew up. And it was crazy.
That's the craziest song of the year, I would say. Like, it took off and went Back in Blood. You can't go anywhere without hearing it.
Nah,
So
crazy.
you're at the session for, that's something too that I think needs to just be addressed. Like, you and Shiesty locking in and starting working is from you just going up to him and just genuinely congratulating him. Like, you had
Yeah.
no intentions of that. You would have did that no matter what, whether you got to work from him.
Yeah.
10 songs, 10 albums, 0 songs, nothing. If like you would just went in and congratulate him. Like, that's why it's just like being genuine and pure, just moving that way.
Nah,
I feel like
for real, like
back around.
I tell people around me every day, I'm a big believer in God. So like I'm saying, like, if you put your faith in God, anybody you believe in, bro, I swear he'll make room for everything you do. Like, put him first, he'll make everything fall in place. Like, I tell, like, I was in a Future, I had like a same little situation with Future, and I was in Future studio, and my producer friend was at, man, you YC, bro, you YC, like, you think you can go in there and be like, I'm gonna turn you up YC, like, I'm YC, man, let's cook up. I'm like, nah, bro. I'm like, I'm gonna let it come to me. I'm gonna let it come. Like, if it's meant to be, it's gonna happen. Then a couple hours later, Bag was like, Future want you to come here and make a beach one. And I'm like, damn, this crazy. So it's just like, just be patient. Like, don't force nothing. It gonna come. If it's meant to be forced and it's meant to be, it's gonna come. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen automatic.
I've definitely had some similar experiences too. It's interesting because it's a fine line of like keeping the belief, manifestation,
No
make
doubt.
sure you're doing, because you could really speak things into existence. Like that's
Nah, for real. You can speak this shit when you know you speaking this shit, and then a couple months later, you be like, dang, I just spoke this shit a couple months ago.
too
Like real talk. Like I never thought I'd be going platinum, gold. I never thought that. Cause like my goal was to make sure my mom and family was straight. And now it's bigger than that. It's like, dang, bro, I'm platinum. Like a lot of people can't say they platinum. So it's just like I'm grateful for it. I just been patient. And like I said, it's that like you said, you can speak a lot of things and exist to exist. And this shit is real.
absolutely, absolutely. So that's everything where you kind of got it to this point now. Back in Blood, like I said, damn near craziest song of 2021. For YC now, I want to speak a little bit to now, you spoke to like Endless and hadn't Zach Randolph, kind of CEOs of that. You've stepped into the role as a CEO in your own right. You got your own artists, you got your own producer signed to yourself. What's
Yes,
what's this new process like where it's big boss mode YC instead of just the producer turn me up YC?
fine. Hey, I'm stepping into the big, like a major league right now. So it's like, I put it like this, man, I'm hot right now. So I want to put other people in position to get to help their family. So it's like, man, I see what Zebo and here did for me. I see what Bag, everybody Dee Mula did for me. And now it's time for me to do for others. Like my own artist FFP for me. Keep climbing. We
Fire.
still working. We keep climbing. And my producer, Lil Polo, he just went platinum. He just went platinum on Bag album, Gangsta Pain. So it's like we working. Like it's a lot of work to do. It's a lot of taking care of to do, but it's gonna be worth it in the end. So it's like it's a test, but hey, I got the best managers, I got the best team around me to help me anything I need to do. So it's like, yeah, it's coming through.
Most
So I
definitely.
love it though.
Hell yeah, definitely got one of the best managers too. Salute to my man Kadeem. Kadeem be making it happen. Kadeem definitely making it happen.
No cap. No cap. Making it happen a lot, no, for real.
So I think that this could kind of be a cool closing point. You spoke to your producer Lil Polo, who ended up getting signed to you and making an appearance on that Bag project, now platinum. The way so many people are sending you loops, trying to collab, everybody and their mom trying to catch a YC collab, I'm sure, because they're trying to catch a placement off it. What's the right way to do it and what's the wrong way to do it? Because I'm assuming Polo came through the right way and that's why it ended up the way that it did for him.
I don't lie. Polo came, Polo bought a collab from me. This when I was doing collab.
Polo bought a collab from you.
Yeah, it was like a year ago. He hit me up. He was like, "Hey, bro," he said, "Man, I ain't got this net, but I love to do a collab with you." And I told him the price. I worked with him, and we did two beats for like $100, something like that. And a couple months later, I sent the beat to Bag. He was looking for one more beat. He was looking for one more beat on the album. It's crazy. One more beat. I was in Memphis. He was in, I think, LA. And he was like, need one more beat. We need one more beat. And so that beat, the Clear the Air beat, that's how Clear the Air had came. And this how Red added it. Cause Red had called me and Bag called me like, send me the beats, send me the track out. And so boom, sent the track out, man, boom. And it was like, okay, it's on the album. But the crazy thing about it, I had messed it up because I thought I was getting so many collabs. That's why I stopped doing collabs. Cause collabs, man, that shit overwhelming as hell. Like, I'm like, bro, I still got life to do as well. Like, I can't give you a destination date when you get your collabs back. So that's why I stopped doing them. But it was crazy when the album was finna drop. We had put the wrong name on who did the beat. And I'm like, damn, I gotta hit Interscope up. And then I said, it's the Lil Polo guy. And so I had hit him up. I called him, said, call me, bro. And then so Lil Polo was like, I'm like, Lil Polo, you made the album, bro. Like, congratulations type shit. Cause I know how it feels. Like, you get your first real big placement. And so, man, after that day, we connected. We, man, got his paperwork and everything was great. And man, went off from there. And I was like, I want to sign him. I told Dee Mula, like, I want to sign him, bro. Like, we talked about how we need to start this label. Talked about how we need to get everything, like, keep this shit going, like, keep the financial stable thing going. Cause like, man, I'm telling you, you could be up today, then tomorrow you be like, damn, bro, all this shit, you could go back down. No. So it's like investment type shit. So it's like, I told him, like, man, I want to sign Lil Polo. And so, man, we went to sign on the bottom, like, you know, labels give you money. And I was like, I want to get him something that he gonna make some more hits off. So I bought him a computer, man, loaded him up, man, got some more surprises for him. He don't even know it.
On the way.
And it's Christmas time, you know. So it's like, I got a lot of things, I got a lot of things working for my label, man. And hopefully I pray next year, man, we be almost like the biggest label it is. I promise you, we're gonna have more artists and more producers, man. Not just on our roster. We're gonna have them hit makers, cause the label called Hit Bees, man. Come on now.
Come on now. Yeah, and the artists you've been building with are fire too. That all the singles, everything you touching right now is hit. So it's gonna be really exciting to sit back. Like you said, you got some surprise on the way for Polo. I heard you got some surprises. You might have that jacket on the way for me. You never know what's gonna happen.
Hey, no, bro, I got a surprise with FSP for me too.
Yeah,
he's been working too. Like,
everybody got to go check him out. His shit fire. FSP Fumi. All his
check the man up.
last single going crazy. Almost at 100,000 views on YouTube. Everything's up. Everything's up.
Like I know a lot of people be like that I ain't shit, but bro, breaking the artist, oh my god, it's amazing.
That's it right there.
Like, breaking the artist is amazing, bro. Like, seeing, like, I know as a producer, you done touched that 100,000, yeah. But breaking them with somebody that you grew up with, it's on a different another level. Like, it's amazing. So nah, I'm happy for like I said, I'm grateful for my team, and I'm grateful for the label that I done built, Hit Bees. And like I said, it's Christmas time. You never know what you get for Christmas, man. Around here, man.
And you never know what's gonna happen, but
no, for real.
We appreciate it big time. And I joke around about, the jacket and the gifts or whatever, but it just kind of shows again to just the realness. Like, how many producers would have messed up that beat and put the wrong person on instead of Polo or whatever, and just been like, fuck it, like, someone else figure it out. I don't have time. Like, the fact that you didn't double back to make sure it all worked out and congratulated them on making it in the first place, that just says a lot about you too. So
yeah, bro. Like I said, I've been in a position, like, I know the feeling I had your first real placement, and I know the feeling like when the whole world against you, like them dark times, them dark days, like when you wanted to give up and you wanted to be like, man, this shit is not working for me. But I always, at that point of time when you at your darkest time, this when the light would like the light would come. Like my best friend told me this. He was like, bro, like at one point in time, like I was finna give up on music. At one point in time, I was finna give up on my life. Cause I ain't want to go work for nobody. Also, I didn't want to be homeless at the same time. Also, I had to deal with living with my mama. Like, your mom always be like, you need to get a job, you need to go do this and that. Music ain't gonna pay nothing for you. So I was getting all that at one time. Like, a lot of people don't know that I was getting all that at one time. And it got to the point, like, I just bought like a couple days ago, I just bought my old house. I just bought it because I'm finna make it a studio. And I want to always remember that house because it's what made me today and how humble I am today. And it made me. And so when you go in my back room, like I'm gonna do a documentary. I'm also doing a documentary on how YC became YC. I don't know the title right now, but I know I'm doing a documentary on it. And I hope y'all tune in about it because they're gonna show everything, how YC got there, the shed, everything I'm talking about in the interview. And it's gonna be in there. And like in my room, to this day, it's still in there. And I had wrote on the wall like, don't let failure beat you. And it always stuck with me because it was like, I know a lot of producers that the situation I was in back then, and I to that producer that need to hear this, like, bro, don't quit. Cause like for real, it's gonna be something bigger. The next day, you never know. Like you never know what the man above got in store for you. Cause I didn't know what he gonna have in store for me. I didn't know I was gonna have all these major records. Like I didn't know that. I just had faith. And like I still to this day have faith. Cause I know we're gonna keep going up, keep climbing, going big, man. Going big.
Going too big. Never let failure break you.
Never let failure break you, man.
Never let failure break you. But we appreciate it again, man. Like I said, I know you're busy out in LA moving around right now. The producer room powered by producer culture. Everyone make sure they like, comment, subscribe, comment who you want to see next. And shit, you just might get it like the big YC one. We appreciate it again.
No cap. Appreciation. Love.